Hey, friend, I'm so glad you are with us on this Waiting for Weight Loss journey through Lent. Today is episode 6, and we're talking about something you've been talking about in the community a lot. So I'm really excited to broach this topic today, and that is negative self-talk. Some of you even said that you were giving it up for Lent, and I hope that's going well because that's an amazing thing to give up. But here's my question for you as we get going today. Are you mean? I know you're not mean to other people. Most of us focused on our image try really, really hard to be perceived as nice and kind and loving and gracious. We're only mean to ourselves. Like, do you say things like this to yourself in the mirror? You're so fat. You're so ugly. You're so lazy. You shouldn't go out in public. You look so gross. Everyone thinks you're gross. You should never wear a swimsuit. Your husband is going to be disgusted by your body. No one will ever love you. Get your act together, slob. You're an embarrassment. Yikes. Harsh words, right? Can you imagine if you missed the introduction to this episode and you just fast forwarded to these comments and you thought that that was me talking to you, saying those things to you? You would unsubscribe right away, wouldn't you? You'd be in shock. You'd be like, I want nothing to do with her ever. She's so mean. And yet we say these things to ourselves all day, every day. We're downright nasty. Now, to be sure, some of this meanness comes from the enemy of our souls. Let's talk about this. John 10:10 tells us that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. With comments and whispers like the ones I just mentioned, he steals our joy, he kills our confidence, and he destroys our ability to live free in Jesus. Now, women often argue with me and they say, it's not Satan telling me these things, Heather. I'm saying these things to me. And they're partially right. Some of these statements we have adopted for ourselves as truth. But here's how I think it actually worked. Satan probably whispered that lie to us a long time ago. Like for me, I know it was as early as the 3rd grade. And then somewhere along the line, I started helping him out. I adopted his lies as my truth and I started saying them to myself. Like he doesn't even have to help me anymore. I can be mean enough to me for the both of us. Yikes. So stopping negative self-talk is a lot more complex than some of the social media reels make it seem. Like, yes, you should take thoughts captive for sure, but it goes deeper than that. Like we do a lot of work with clients trying to find that deeper spot. Like, why are they still believing those lies of the enemy about themselves? And why do they just keep repeating those same lies to themselves over and over again? And until you find that root, it's really hard just to take the thoughts captive. That really oversimplifies it, even though that is Scripture's direction and something we should do. So without going too deep here, it's really about your belief system. Do you believe what God says about you is true, or do you believe what you think and feel about yourself is true? I like to put it like this. You don't have to believe everything you think. And yet, do you? The answer might be both. Yeah, of course I believe what God says. And yeah, of course I believe what I believe. But here's the truth. One of those belief systems is winning. One of those belief systems is determining the way you actually live. So I'm writing a brand new book on this right now. It'll come out in 2027. But here's some super practical help, I hope, for today. You can't stop negative self-talk until you notice it. Most of us don't even hear the mean things we say to ourselves. Sometimes it's the same phrases we repeat to ourselves over and over again, maybe like the phrases we just talked about. Sometimes we can vividly remember a time and a place when mean words were spoken over us or said to us. And we can picture the person saying them to us again and again and again. It's that mom that said, no one will ever marry you unless you lose weight. You hear it in your head every time you try on clothes. Or it's the grandma that always said, being fat is ugly and lazy. And the scale shows some signs of perimenopause, and you are hearing grandma's voice over and over and over. It's repeating in your head. You must be lazy and ugly because that's what grandma said. Maybe these words weren't even said directly to you. Maybe they were said like around you about other people. Maybe you watched a sibling get berated for her size, or maybe your family always had comments about people on television, but you internalize these mean words as your own. You've become your own biggest bully with a lifetime collection of cruel words. So my question for you today is this. What was said to you that you can't forget? What mean words have gripped your heart and turned you into a body image bully? Then my task for you is this. Start listening to them. I don't mean believing them. I mean listening for them. Write them down if you're brave enough. This is an exercise we do in my 40-day body image workbook. And then we talk about it on the 40-day body image journey. Bringing these statements to the light is going to help you hear them better next time and recognize them as lies. And then let's go to the community. Let's be vulnerable there with each other today. What are those harsh words that you say to yourself that no one else can hear? I think in the community, you're going to find women who understand, women who can empathize, and perhaps together we can encourage each other to be kind to our bodies instead of being cruel. If you're not part of the community yet, I hope you'll join us at waitingforweightloss.com. It's absolutely free. When you sign in, you'll get instructions as to how to join. And if you're already in, hey, go there and be part of this conversation now. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you in the next episode.